We have 7 different thought currents. See how a thought current is formed, understand? When a group of patterns based on the same emotion gets interlocked and constantly keeps you engaged in that same idea, it becomes thought current. You have a different thought currents in you. Those thought currents only we call as energy center. If you free yourself from one thought current, so much of energy is available to you. The energy available to you when you are free from one thought current is called Kundalini. Kundalini is nothing but your misguided energy getting rightly directed. That's all. You have a 7 gates in your body misguiding your energy. Now breaking all those rerouters, misguidance. Understand? There are 7 places where your energy is blocked, misguided, rerouted, misdirected. It's called 7 energy centers. Root center, the root of the spine, just 2 inches above is being center, and navel center, center of the heart center Anahata, throat Vishuddhi, eyebrow, brow center, crown center. These 7 places only you have blockages and rerouters of your energy caught. The thought knots which blocks your energy. I am going to work from the top 5. I am going to break first. Heart, navel, throat, brow and crown. This 5 I am going to break first. Then after that we'll work on the being and root. So basically when your energy overflows in your system, which is Kundalini, is blocked, diverted, redirected, your whole body becomes chaos, your mind becomes chaos because of the 7 centers not functioning properly. The energy does not flow and rotate due to these dams. I'll be breaking these dams so that the energy can flow freely through its natural path and rotate. We'll work on the first energy center, heart center. That's called Anahata Chakra. This center is centered on the thought current of attention need. Understand? This is the first foremost thought current. Thought patterns gets created in your system. Attention need. All the emotions are centered on attention need. All emotions are centered on attention need. First thing you need to know, your emotions are not you. Your emotions are a result of years of conditioning that has gone into you. Please understand. You have been conditioned on multiple levels, parents, siblings, other family members, teachers, friends, multiple levels. You are the result of these multiple levels of conditionings. Few basic things, understand? Your emotions are not you. Your emotions are nothing but the result of multiple conditionings. Your whole personality is the result of your multiple level of social, parental conditionings. Attention need is the root conditioning. If I have to give an example, your parents used attention need as a tool to control you. Please listen, you can see, even if you don't eat what parents tell, if you eat, you are a good boy. If you don't do this, you are a bad boy. Just that one word, you are a good boy or bad boy, just with that they play with you. In India, if you do this, you are bad. If you don't do this, you are bad. If you do this, you are good. Just with that attention need only kids are controlled. So first parental conditioning lands on you is attention need. The moment you dance for the attention need, the rope of Yama, the Lord of Death, has fallen on you. That's all. It is that rope makes you start playing from then. Over. Go back to your childhood. Dig out all the attention need patterns inserted into you by your parents and society. Even in the school, one of the biggest crime is ranking the kids and telling some kid is a good kid, giving them gold medal, all the nonsense. Do you know the statistics tells top 100 university of the world, all gold medalists who come out of those universities does not have a stable life after 3 years. 3 years, the maximum time they have a stable life. Job, house, career, husband, anything, just 3 years. After that, life is unstable. They don't have a regular job. It's a statistics. In US, I've studied this statistics in the internet. They say, don't be a topper, university topper. Their lives are miserable. They lose something, some unique quality called street smartness. See, for every problem they try to turn to manual. But for millions of problems, there is no manual. If your wife screams at you, there is no manual. If your husband is shouting at you, there is no manual. But these university toppers cannot function without a manual. Even for horse riding and swimming, they need a manual. I was shocked when I went to US, climbing the mountains, they teach like a class. No, really. See, as a child, I just climbed this mountain. And I used to think, hey, this is a mountain, I am a man, just climb, that's all. What is there in this to learn? I was shocked they take special classes on climbing the mountains. Anyhow, the pattern of attention need in you when they get inserted, you are reduced from the level of God to human. Then society controls you completely with that one pattern. With that one pattern, they control you completely. Let us dig out your attention need knots, the thought patterns of attention need in you from the beginning, from your childhood. Write down 2 of your early childhood memories where you were appreciated and admired by your parents. In what form was attention given to you in those incidents? Like giving a candy, sometime a hug. So many forms attention would have been given. Pen down what form. Write down 2 childhood memories where you experience lack of approval. In what form was attention withdrawn from you in those incidents? Do you see similarity in the way you experience all other relationships of your life? You can see how you were treated in the childhood. You will do the same thing now with all your relationships. The same pattern. Bigger or smaller, but the pattern will be same. Answer these 3 questions. Please understand. This is a note, footnote. Please write as if you are directly talking to Swamiji. You should write in a way that if you choose to share, you should be able to just directly read out from the book what you wrote. Not you will come near the mic and think and speak. No. So write down such detailed, elaborate answer. Now, I am going to put you through a process, a kriya, where I am bombarding these patterns with intense energy. It means they will lose power over you. Whether appreciation or disapproval will lose power over you. You will evolve a new integrity inside you, which can't be touched by rewards or defamation, approval or disapproval. Understand? It's very weird. Because till now you are running your life only based on approvals and disapprovals. Now suddenly you are going to be free. What are you going to do? Means you need to have your own integrity. What you want to do in your life. What is you? How you perceive you. If that is not there, you will feel lonely. Understand? Because I am taking away all the crutches you have forcibly. If your legs are not strong enough to stand all by yourself, you are going to go and catch the crutches once more. Don't. Because with a lot of effort, I am liberating you from your crutches. Ready? We'll go for the process. Sit on your knees, Vajrasana. It's called Vajrasana. Sit on your knees. Let me give you the instructions, just 3 instructions. Keep your hands on the hip. Hum intensely. Hum means creating the sound. As deeply as possible, as loudly as possible, as intensely as possible. Continue to create this sound. What will happen, then your mind will be engaged in that. It's very easy for me to fill your heart center with energy. Please tie the ribbon. Let's gather for next session. Thank you.